Attention, fellow beneficiaries! Get ready for a financial windfall this June as the government is set to release not one, but two massive bonus payments for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients. This is huge news, and you won't want to miss out on these extra funds that could provide much-needed relief during these challenging economic times. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room: the lack of a Social Security cost of living adjustment, COLA, for 2024. Despite soaring inflation rates exceeding 6% annually throughout 2023, the Social Security Administration announced in October that there would be no COLA increase whatsoever for the upcoming year. This decision was met with outrage from beneficiary advocates and concerns that millions of seniors, disabled individuals, and others relying on these benefits would be pushed into poverty without the expected cost of living adjustment they've come to rely on. In a surprising turn of events, President Biden stepped in with an emergency plan to offset the financial strain caused by the absence of a COLA increase. The administration announced that beneficiaries would receive a one-time payment of $4,875 during the first week of June, essentially making up for the missing cost of living adjustment for the entire calendar year of 2024. This substantial payment is designed to help beneficiaries keep up with the rising costs of living and maintain their purchasing power throughout the year. But that's not all, folks. In addition to the $4,875 payment, there's a second bonus coming your way. Specifically targeted at individuals receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, and disability compensation from the Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, this bonus of $1,900 aims to address the massive backlog and delays in disability case reviews and reassessments over the past few years. The Social Security Administration and the VA are supposed to periodically review long-term disability cases to ensure that beneficiaries are receiving the appropriate level of benefits. However, the COVID-19 pandemic created a significant backlog of cases awaiting review, preventing many from potentially receiving the increased benefits they qualify for. As a result, this $1,900 stimulus payment is intended to provide some much-needed financial relief to those stuck in the backlog while their cases await review over the coming months. If you're a disabled beneficiary or a veteran receiving disability compensation, you could be eligible for a total of over $6,700 in unanticipated extra income delivered across the first half of June. Imagine that: nearly 6 months' worth of benefits hitting your bank account all at once. For someone receiving $1,200 per month in SSDI benefits, for example, these extra payments would equate to a tremendous boost in monthly disposable income and purchasing power for those weeks and months. Now, let's break down who qualifies for these bonus payments. The $4,875 payment to offset the missing 2024 COLA increase should go out to all current recipients of Social Security retirement, survivor, and disability benefits, supplemental security income, SSI, veterans disability compensation, and veterans pension benefits. If you received any of these federal benefits in 2023 and early 2024, you should qualify for that nearly $5,000 stimulus. The second $1,900 payment for the disability backlog appears to be specifically for SSDI recipients and veterans receiving VA disability compensation at this time. According to the current information, these payments are slated to go out separately in early and mid-June, with the $4,875 payment likely arriving first, followed by the $1,900 disability bonus a couple of weeks later for those who qualify. It's important to note that these stimulus payments are non-taxable and will not count as income that could put other federal benefits at risk. Additionally, they should go out automatically to qualifying beneficiaries, with no need to file a claim. However, if you believe you qualify for these payments but don't receive them, you may need to follow up and inquire about the status of your payment. For millions of seniors, disabled individuals, and low-income households struggling to make ends meet on fixed incomes, these stimulus payments will provide vital financial relief and much-needed respite from the relentless strain of high inflation. An extra $6,700 deposited into bank accounts next month will allow beneficiaries to catch up on overdue bills, restock depleted savings, cover medical costs, or simply afford some extras that improve their quality of life. Of course, these bonus payments are just temporary boosts to income and don't fundamentally solve the issue of Social Security and disability benefits failing to keep up with the pace of inflation year after year. Critics argue that recurring stimulus checks are a band-aid fix that doesn't address the inherent shortcomings in how cost of living adjustments are calculated and implemented. There are also concerns about the sustainability of these payments, as the price tag for these bonuses is expected to reach into the tens of billions of dollars, adding to the federal deficit. However, for the tens of millions of beneficiary households nationwide, the extra $4,875 and $1,900 payments arriving in June will provide urgently needed financial breathing room and higher monthly cash flow for the coming months. It will be a massive amount of money injected directly into the consumer economy, as beneficiaries spend those funds on overdue rents, catching up on utility payments, medical bills, repairing homes and vehicles, and other purchases to make life more affordable. Alongside the recent expansion of food stamp benefits, the student loan payment pause extension until 2024, and other recent fiscal policies, these bonus payments for Social Security, SSDI, SSI, and VA beneficiaries represent a concerted effort by the Biden administration to deploy consumer stimulus and shore up the finances of vulnerable households bearing the brunt of inflation's economic strain. It's a multi-billion-dollar lifeline extending into the summer months as high costs persist. While temporary bonus payments and stopgap stimulus aren't a permanent solution, the extra $6,700 hitting tens of millions of beneficiary accounts in the first half of June will provide a critical financial boost to make ends meet and cover rising costs. It delivers tangible relief in the form of extra cash flow to struggling households facing shrinking budgets in a tough economic environment. For beneficiaries barely getting by, it's a $6,700 lifeline arriving just in time for summer. As the first of these bonus payments begins arriving in just a couple of weeks, there are some important logistics and potential issues for beneficiaries to be aware of. While the financial boost will undoubtedly be welcomed by most, there are concerns about the logistical challenges of getting these large sums of money out accurately and efficiently to tens of millions of people. The Social Security Administration and the Department of Veterans Affairs will be tasked with identifying all rightful payment recipients from their roles of beneficiaries across the various programs. This includes not just those receiving money via direct deposit but also recipients of paper checks, who will need to have their bonus payments issued and mailed out. Given the sheer volume of people set to receive these payments, there are worries that some deserving beneficiaries could initially fall through the cracks or see delays in receiving their money, whether due to outdated addresses, account closures, or other logistical snags. There will likely need to be coordination across multiple federal agencies to properly cross-reference eligibility data. Officials have indicated that beneficiaries should start seeing their $4,875 payments hit accounts in the first week of June, with most receiving it by around June 7. The second $1,900 payment for those on SSDI and VA disability compensation is tentatively scheduled to begin payouts a couple of weeks later, closer to June 20. However, any number of hiccups or bottlenecks could push those timeframes back. As a dedicated YouTuber, I'll be sure to keep you updated on any developments or changes regarding these bonus payments. Stay tuned for more information, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for the latest news and insights on this exciting financial opportunity for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries. Remember, knowledge is power, and being informed about these bonus payments could mean the difference between missing out on thousands of dollars or receiving the financial relief you deserve. I'll be here to guide you through the process, answer your questions, and ensure you're well prepared to take advantage of this windfall. So, mark your calendars, my friends. The first week of June is shaping up to be a game changer for millions of beneficiaries across the nation.